If you haven't seen my latest episode of Talks That, go check that out now, where I talk about my childhood obsession with cassette tapes. But right now on Truckin' It, I'm talking about Truckin' Through Laura, coming up. Dear friends and followers, first, I hope this message finds you safe and comfortable right now, because the events of last week were anything but. Now, for those of y'all who live on the Gulf Coast, especially in Texas and Louisiana, you know what I'm talking about. Because yes, I'm talking about Laura. Just what is it like to truck through a tropical depression, tropical storm? And definitely, you don't want to be trucking through a hurricane. Well, I'm here to tell you because I had to do it when others were able to stay home. So let's talk about that right now. First, to the victims of Laura, especially in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and the immediate surrounding area, my prayers are with you right now, and I wish you a speedy recovery. Because Laura did tons of damage and destruction. And to all you truckers out there who had to go through what I went through as well, my thoughts are with you right now. Because handling a truck during a thunderstorm that didn't even have a warning on it, as it was in a potential rollover situation, was bad enough. But there were plenty of drivers who had thankfully had loads postponed, cancel, or get rerouted. And I hope that their jobs are not affected, and that they still get some extra hazard pay or whatever their carrier provides, if their carrier's smart enough to do that. Or of course if they didn't get rerouted. And I need y'all to pray for the families, and especially the truckers who work along that area between Houston and New Orleans. Because right now, last I checked, travel is still tough going through that area. And that's provided even that the roads are open. There's still some that may be closed right now. So, I want to talk with y'all about my experience as Laura downgraded herself from a hurricane to a tropical storm and then finally a tropical depression. So that way, you know what to expect if you encounter a storm like her right now. First thing to expect when you're traveling through a tropical system is the unexpected. So, for example, during my second trip, I nearly got blown over by a thunderstorm. That was not in any sort of severe warning. And the only thing that prevented me from tipping over was the fact that I had both hands on the wheel and my eyes on the road. Because I knew the conditions going in. I was trying to pass an even slower truck, because, well, that happens. And as I was doing so, my back trailer came up off the ground while I was crossing an overpass. That's in Tennessee. Now, Laura's effects did not just hit Texas and Louisiana. They also hit Arkansas and Tennessee as well. I believe the storm also affected Kentucky, Missouri, and Illinois. at least to some extent. So the first thing is you've got to be prepared. Now, how I prepared was covered on my last episode of Truckin' It. I had my go bag ready. I had mentally prepared for the conditions, and I took my time. And my co-driver did the same. We got to our destination safely and got back twice. But that does not guarantee safety in the event of a tropical system. Because there's 3 major hazards I want you to think about right now. The first is when you truck in the tropical system, you will always risk getting hit by strong wind gusts. These gusts can be anywhere between 20 and 80 miles per hour. Some of them are warned, some of them are not. So, be ready. Have your hands on the steering wheel, your eyes on the road, and if you can avoid running in it, by all means do so. Number 2. If you must run in a tropical system, expect heavy rain. These thunderstorms that occur with a hurricane, tropical storm, or tropical depression can be very intense at times. And you will need to make sure that your hands are on the wheel and your eyes are on the road ahead. Because at any moment, these storms can spin up several things in addition to the downpour. These things that I'm talking about, well, you might have only seen them on the Weather Channel before you trucked into a system like this. Or maybe your local TV stations like ours, and they will cover severe storms. And we'll show you what one of these things looks like. And it's especially dangerous at night when these things can pop out of nowhere. And the things that I'm talking about are called tornadoes. Like the wind gusts that occur during a tropical system, these spin-up tornadoes can tip a truck over in just a matter of seconds. You might not see it, especially if it's over water or at night. And if you do happen to see it, it'll only be because of lightning flashes or power flashes. And that could make trucking quite fun, especially if there's no tornado warning in effect. The third thing you got to worry about with a tropical system, and this one affected one of my friends personally, is flash flooding. Flash floods can occur at any time during a tropical system, as well as during certain thunderstorms. So it's very important that you stay abreast of the weather and that you use all the tools that you have available to you in order to prevent getting caught in one of these. Because when the water starts rising, that's when you are in trouble. So drivers, if you're ever going to truck in a tropical system, bear all that in mind and keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes on the road, and your radio, and if you have one, keep your radio tuned so that you can hear what's going on up ahead. If you don't have a CB or weather radio, I would encourage you to get one today. And if your company doesn't allow it because of their stupidity, go work for another company. Because if they're sending you out into this stuff without the proper tools, you are putting yourself and others into danger. So stay safe, y'all. And I'll probably be trucking again next time a tropical system happens. In fact, Laura was the second one I had encountered this year. And I don't remember the name of the first one, but it happened up in New York and New Jersey. So, I want y'all to be ready when these systems happen. And please be very cautious when you're approaching one. And by the way, my thoughts and my prayers go out to those of y'all who live along the Gulf Coast who were directly impacted by Laura. I will help in whatever way I can. Usually that'll be through monetary donation through a charity that I trust. But I hope y'all get better soon. I hope the insurance agents can get their butts in gear and get down there and get things solved. And I hope that y'all have a successful cleanup and build even stronger for the next one. Until next time, let's make your best trip your next trip. Keep learning, keep thinking, keep on trucking, and whatever you do, learn as much as you can about weather before a storm hits like Laura. Now, let me show you as a bonus as one of the things that I often keep in my bag. And, well, I might not have it readily accessible right now. But one of the things that I keep in my bag is a cloud chart. So that I can, because weather has always piqued my interest since childhood. And it has both directly and indirectly kind of shaped who I am. So I will catch you later. And as I look for this little, like, piece of paper here. Oh, I'm not seeing it. Oh, I'll have to double check my bags. But let's learn as much as we can and stay safe out there. Bye for now.